We're here. We've arrived. Hello? Is this thing on? Is this a podcast? Are you?
Oh, now I'm good. I was. It's a good thing we check these things, huh?
This is why we do what we do, how we do it when we do it.
Professionals.
Absolutely locked in professionals. What's up, everybody? Professionals after 16 episodes. Episode 16, Dave.
Buddy. Glad we made it past one.
I'm glad we made it past one, too. We've made it to 16 somehow. Crazy. What's up, guys? We are the Tick Pod and Art Creators Podcast. My name is Coda. Hello. And this week, below me, is my lovely friend, my service industry pal, the DJ Oros.
That was a very little heart there, but
that was the tiniest baby heart.
But it was like very significant, you know.
It felt larger than it looked.
It is. So thank you.
That's 2 weeks in a row. What's good, guys? Hello, welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us. Big special shout out. I know we had this later in the outline, but just special shout out to Wilhelm for coming on last week. We were super stoked to have him on. What a great little buddy we got in the Wilhelm.
He's the littlest tall buddy we've ever had.
He's the littlest tall buddy. He's 6 inches taller than me, but he's still a little buddy.
He's the littlest. We love him. We love him so much. He's cute. He has a very nice hair. What else do you have? Do you have anything else for him?
Eloquent speaker.
Words are good for him.
Words
and
he uses them.
He likes a Christopher Nolan movie. So that's good. I'm okay with that.
Wins all around. Tell you that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, in all seriousness, thanks to Wilhelm for coming on.
Thank you.
Hopefully get him on again in the near future.
And
get him in on the ARC lobbies, bro. He's been juking me, I think.
We could trick him in here. We could trick him in here.
We gotta trick him into the
be like, hey, you wanna play some Destiny and just invite him to ARC Raiders? He'll never know. It'll be fine.
It's true. Hello, it's Ken in the chat. Hello, and Lil Poop with a Marco.
And
Marco Polo.
No. Oh, that means I have to take a shot.
It does indeed. Yeah.
Right, help.
Well, despite the nice, beautiful rays of sunshine behind me, it decided to snow yesterday. Let's talk about the weather the last week, Dave. Let's talk about it.
So we live in Pittsburgh, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll let them know. We've had 3 different seasons in 3 days, dude. Let's be honest here. We had a hurricane / tornado. I guess we'll call it more a tornado. There wasn't too much precipitation that day.
Right. True.
The following day, it was absolutely gorgeous. 70 and sunny. Perfect day.
I loved it. I was going to go skating. Yeah, I was going to go skating that day.
Third day, yesterday, torrential snow downpour.
There's snow out here right now.
What are we doing?
There's snow.
What are we doing, Pittsburgh? This I'm acting surprised, but if anybody else listening is a Pittsburgher, this is not a surprise at all. This is false. This was Fall Spring 3, and Fall Spring 3 always gets me, dude. Fall Spring 3 is the one that, like, you always think it's real spring, but it's just Fall Spring 3. But every time you think it's real spring.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like, for people in Pittsburgh, we're ready. We're on our toes. We know that anything can change at any point, like day to day. So we're set. We're good. It helps us with, I mean, not much, but, you know, it helps, right?
Explain yourself. What does it help with? What are we prepared for?
Well, I'm just saying, if the weather is going to change day to day, like it does, we're ready to change anything day to day. You know, we're on our toes. We're ready to, you know, throw the ball. We've got all of the ability to. Go ahead.
Is that a parallel for the temperament of Pittsburghers? Is that why Pittsburghers
yes,
are
it is. I'm trying to like boost us up a little bit here in Pittsburgh.
That's great.
Yes.
It's working.
Go team Pittsburgh. Go.
Minus the weather. But the weather is what makes Pittsburgh, like you're saying, the weather is what makes Pittsburgh so good, dude. Everybody's trying to bring a little sunshine to other people's lives, man. It's a friendly city.
We don't have hurricanes that often, right?
No hurricanes, but we almost did have a tornado. So we're not safe from anything anymore.
No alligators, right?
No gators.
So, I mean, we'll take it. It could be worse.
All right. Well, since we last checked in, dude, we ripped a nice little St. Patty's Day shift at the good old bar. That was a fun time.
True. So we had a big old St. Patrick's Day celebration this past Saturday. You came in, saved my life. Worked a shift out front for me. You crushed it. You were running the show.
That's my comfort zone, dude. You put me behind the
You
bar. I'm a happy little buddy.
you did a phenomenal job. Everybody
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
everybody that was working with you loved working with you. I loved it. You came back. I managed the place, but I play kitchen frequently there. Every
You
time
do
you
everything there,
every time you came back, you were like chef this, chef that. It made me feel like we were in an episode of The Bear. It was great. I loved it. We had a good time.
The only way.
It was phenomenal. It was even though somehow, right, when everybody else comes back and asks me questions and they're like, hey, how do I do this? But the word chef in front of it and the inflection that you had to it made it feel so much better and easier to answer than anybody else I've ever answered. So it was a good time. I'm glad you did it. You did well. We'd love to have you back. So, I'm going to beg you. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen.
We'll be back. We'll be back. 100%.
It was a good time. Good time.
It was a great time. We loved being behind the bar again. Yo, but the money was good enough. I'm about to buy myself a pair of skates, dude. We've been talking about this. We're gonna do it. I see you through this in here. Skate around the city.
Right. Skate around the city. I think I'm gonna jump to it because I know it's something that I want to talk about. Big thing with a lot of my good buddy, Lord Cognito, talks about health is wealth, right? And talks about, Lord Cognito, which he will absolutely be on this show. I'm sure he'll watch on Wednesday, which we post to YouTube on Wednesdays. But I hope he sees this quick and early and throws a comment into it. Then we're gonna have him as a guest. He runs a gaming network, which is called LordNet. But they also do a podcast called the Iron Lords Podcast every Sunday at 1:00. I always try to check in at least for a little bit, but I usually work on Sundays. But his big thing is health is wealth and trying
does that mean you check in or you don't check in?
Oh no, I typically check in, but I'm also working while I do it. So we have a little monitor in the kitchen. I throw it on there, so it's at least playing in the background. He gets a view. That's all. Right. And I will typically try to comment at least once or twice. I'm pretty obnoxious, but he pushes health is wealth, which he's big on. Going to the gym, going to make yourself a little bit better. We are in Pittsburgh still going to spring, right?
Well, the next one coming is actual spring. So
okay.
There's 3 fall springs and then 4th is actual spring.
Okay, well, as long as we actually get spring next time, the goal for me at least, I've been I think mainly because of you, I've been tracking calories because I know you were on a little push there to track what we're doing, and then I want to try to exercise a little bit more. I'm trying to get better myself. I don't know if it's because of doing a podcast, but I'm like, well, this could be a little bit, and I love that. I love that, like, there's some improvement there, and it gives me some what is it, accountability on what I'm doing, and then we've been kind of doing it together where we send back and forth of what we've been tracking calorie wise and what we've been doing, and it's a nice. I love it a lot. It's
great, dude.
Probably use with a little bit less of the alcohol, but I work in the service industry. No judgment, right?
One step at a time, dude. One step at a time. But definitely, like, big shout out Cog for doing that. I think we're definitely on that train. And like you said, man, the accountability is great. Like, Dave and I are both doing little calorie count apps right now. So if anybody's like trying to watch out for what they're eating, it can be a pain the first day or two, but once it's a part of your habit and your schedule, like, you just throw in what you eat that day, and then we've been holding each other accountable by sending it like screenshots or little like screen cap videos back and forth, show our calorie count, what we're eating and stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, like, 'tis the season. The sun popped out. I was back on the bike again. I got a little chonky post wedding, dude. We had so much wedding food in the house. We were just eating it all the time.
Months of wedding food to go through, huh?
Yeah, crazy amounts. I've been so good about staying in shape for the last 5-7 years. So just check yourself and get yourself back where you need to be. And it's always great to have a buddy to do it with, because those days that you're like, dude, I'm about to break down and eat too much or whatever, like, in the back of my mind is like, yo, I got to send this to Dave later. I did have Wendy's the other night, But I only went over my calorie limit by like 200. But I did put it in the app and send it to you. I was like, dude, I had to.
Which we both agree that there should be that cheat day, right? You gotta have a little bit of fun for yourself, but
you can't go full devoid of life. You can't just turn into a great blob of
enjoy yourself. Have a Shamrock Shake every once in a while. I'm not gonna eat a cheeseburger, but what I will do is, we'll work on it. We'll skate a little bit. Which I love. Hopefully, we'll get some videos of us downtown in Pittsburgh skating around, and maybe we do a little podcast ish something down there. But I know down there in the North Shore, but I love it. I'm glad. I'm glad we got to. Yeah, I know, so bad. But I'm glad we get to chat about it for a minute, and no, it's a good thing, and to better ourselves and better anybody around us. I love that. So. If anybody wants to jump on the wagon here, we're tracking and we're sending verifications and jump in with us.
It's true, man. Join the Discord, and then we'll just get a group chat going, and we'll just all
it'll be a channel,
hold each other accountable. Yeah,
right, every day,
or give a little like a cheat day, little pat on the back sort of thing, whatever you need. Yeah, join us up, man. Join with us. Anyway, okay, David, what do you say? Let's move on here, my friend.
I think it's time.
Let's do podcast things, real podcast things. Last week we wanted to talk about Marathon a bit, so we are going to get into that kind of in the context of where we stand as gamers, as extraction shooter appreciators. So just kind of like our stance on Arc Raiders and how we feel about Marathon and where that fits into our gaming schedule, or lack thereof sometimes. Big little breakdown we're going to do today is Arc Raiders Trials. So we're going to just give like the 101 on what trials are. We've been really enjoying them this season. So are they, did they do something that made them good, or was that just kind of like where we're at as gamers? We're going to kind of get into that and nitpick through it. As always, quick little update today. Arc Raiders patch notes 1.20.0. Some pretty significant details in there. Toro nerf inbound. It's already live. We'll go over the Dice Summit chat. Arc Raiders won a pretty cool award. And then, like I said, Marathon got its, we'll talk about Marathon, and then it also got its first patch. So, first major patch, 1.0.5 today. So that's what we'll be getting into.
I love it. All good topics,
All great topics. It's a good week to be an extraction shooter gamer. Although both sides of things were kind of light this week in a good way.
I mean, very true. Very true. I have not had as much time to game as typical. I mean, St. Patrick's Day in a restaurant bar is always busy. So, being able to come home from work and jump into games wasn't as easy as normal. But I was still enough to feel like I'm relevant. I mean, I know we jumped in today together, and I said, my first thing was like, well, I'm poor. I can't do anything. And we still found a way to make it fun.
You gotta be less poor today. We've had some raids today, dude. We died one time. We died one time. We died one round.
Well, I've got knocked a few times, but yeah, you're right. We've only like lost everything that we've had on as one time, I believe. But it was good. It was good runs. And not to jump.
A lot of good PvP. Go ahead.
Not to jump in real quick, but I know we were talking to him just a little bit ago, and it was like, are we sure? Are we going to do this? I shot a text to Sinister. I would love to get him in as a guest. I know that schedule wise, we tried to get him a few weeks ago, but he had some stuff going on with his house, remodeling, a whole bunch of nonsense. It probably wouldn't have been ideal for him to jump into a podcast, but not next week, because I think. I haven't heard no, we're not doing this again. But next week we should have TieGuyTravis as our guest. We'll do a little interviews section like we did last time with Wilhelm, a writer for, a reviewer / writer for IGN. And then the following week we'll get Sinister in as our third to knock some stuff out. So, but he was our third today, and we had a bunch of good little raids. Except for the call out. Sin, you need to calm
chaos.
down.
It's chaos playing with Sin. It's chaos in the best way possible.
He's my favorite. He is one of the best people when we come from Destiny together, and he is hilarious to raid with. But his call outs, and he's over here, and especially when he knows a game, which Now he does know arc raiders.
Yeah.
And
he's
he
a grinder, man. He's in there more than I am.
I know. He's like, oh, let me bring some defibs for you. Let me bring some adrenaline shots, which we'll talk about later. He is very, 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 very quick to be like, DJ, why aren't you resing me? Why, I'm over here. I'm dying. What are you doing? What's going on? And I'm like, Sinister, I swear, I'm trying, bud. But it was a good time today, and I just wanted to jump into that real quick before we start getting into some Trials chat and Marathon and Arc Raiders and everything.
Yes, sir. On that note, I'm just going to go through the patch notes real quick for Arc Raiders. Once again, it is 1.20.0, which I think, special shout out to Arc. This is the 20th patch, man. We're making some moves in this game. It's got some lasting power. Player count's still up good. Today we got the Rawhide outfit and 2 new haircuts. David, cop or drop on the Rawhide outfit? How are we feeling about it?
All right, so Rawhide outfit, I don't love. I don't think it's like anything spectacular. It's good. You can wear it. Like, I wouldn't be like, ooh, why would anybody wear that? I would appreciate somebody next to me to wear it, but it's not something I would go out and be like, oh, I'm going to buy that, Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
It does make perfect sense.
Okay. How about you?
How
about you?
Coda.
Yeah, Coda. Hey, Coda, real quick. Would you cop or drop this current outfit?
It was an instant cop for me, dude. I've been looking for my summer fit. And like you said, it's definitely nothing special, but I love skins that are nothing special. That's kind of like my go-to. A skin that's kind of like understated, under the radar, but still kind of clean. Like, I like the pants, I like the shoes, I like you can take like the padding off the arms, and that's kind of clean. Get that vest on there or take it off. I got the bob haircut too, or not the bob, it's like a low bob. I think that's what it was called. Anyway, yeah, I've gotten female character now, so we're just really getting it. I needed a switch up, dude.
Okay.
I was feeling a little stale in my Arc Raider skin. I needed a new look. I needed a new gender identity. Well, we are now. You and I in game. You look like my bigger brother. You look like you're like 2 years older than me. You're cool. I'm cool. Like, I play hockey with you on the weekends.
Right.
Your friends think I'm like the beesies.
You can hang out. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's like a lineage of your other character, right? Like we're moving on. We're moving on.
Yeah, because my other guy got real old and gray.
He got real old,
he was
real
looking
gray.
Homeless for a minute.
And then he shipped out to he's probably dead now. But
he's gone, dude.
He's so gone. None of them make it ever. But your character looks clean. I'm with you on the simplicity though, because how big was I on Golden Goalie for the entire, like, once they put it out till the baseball set came out, I was wearing Golden Goalie. And then I just recently took off the jacket portion, and I love it so much that it feels simple, because I'm still wearing gloves. I still have shoulder pads on, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not flashy, it's not overwhelming, but it feels clean with how my character looks. It is in both of us right now where we currently sit, the thumbnail for this video. If you want to take a peek, I love it. It looks good.
I agree, man. I do shout out to the creative team too, because I think, like, do we have full customization options right now with the characters? No, but like
we do not. No.
Do you feel good about the skin that you wear if you actually put some time and thought into it? Then yeah, for sure. And that's like, for a lot of games, that's a 10 out of 10 victory. So it's no the finals yet, but like, that's only because we know that the finals are what they are, that we have that high of expectation. So either way, dude, today the synergy was strong. The boys were vibing top side.
It felt good.
The knocks were being had. Nobody could touch us. It was a good day.
There was no trash talking either at all. We were very nice to every team that we
need to talk about this in a public light. I try so hard. I get off at night and I think about it. And I'm like, dude, next time I 3v1 a team, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to play it cool, act like I've been there. And then inevitably I do it, and I got to press the push to talk button, and I got to say, shit on. Every time, dude, I can't help myself.
Well,
dude, I can't.
I mean,
I think about it. I try to turn it off, and then I get in there, and it slips out, dude.
It's funny because you down, I mean, 10 times the amount of people I down, right? But anytime I down somebody and I go over to him and I'm about to knock him out, because I feel like it's necessary that, like, I knock them out, because very rarely do people get to feel my wrath. I go over,
Nice
I go over to them and I grab them by the neck and I'm like, I love you so much. And I punch them and then I punch them and they go back to Speranza.
I did. You whispered it today. I was a couple of like rooms away because I was dealing with something else and I hear you. Just know I love you. Oh God, dude. It's getting dark in here.
It was so it's so funny and you know what, like I love the difference. We talked about it last week about what makes our creators the moments, the feelings, and that is one of them. Like I love I love when you are beating people down, and I need that in my life. I need the little bit of sweat to our fire team, and it's just so funny and I enjoy it. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, you get him, Coda. Like I'm like cheering him on. I'm like, that's right, our buddy got you. You can, yeah, we're good luck. You may have downed me. I'm crawling over, but yeah, guess what? You know,
we got to talk about that though, because like all jokes aside, it can get so toxic so quick. But I'm a proponent. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod before, but I love a little bit of shit talk. Like if you work me and my team, like, you know, say your piece, bro.
right.
Good on you. You have as long as, I mean, when it gets racist and bigoted and derogatory, like that's ridiculous, bro. Just like, you know, do better. I'm sorry that you had a terrible life leading up to this moment, but like, I love a little bit of competitive talk, man. I'm here for it.
I'm all for some back and forth. Otherwise, you're getting reported and blocked and whatever, all the other things I can do. But yeah,
so bad.
But you know, yeah, and if you're one of those people, you shouldn't.
Let's talk about that.
Go touch some grass.
Bro. We're not banning. Embark is not banning enough for hate speech, dude. I don't think I've ever gotten. I mean, I haven't seen anybody on Reddit post about it. I haven't ever gotten a memo on like in game that says like, thank you for reporting, this person has been voice chat banned. But like, dude, it gets bad.
Really,
like,
really
bad.
Nights
that I'm playing with Derek and Dave, and it is every team that we kill is dropping all the bad words in all the ways. Like,
right.
If it's a bad word, they're saying it somehow within 20 seconds.
And there's a difference, right?
I just feel like they can get away. Like, people say horrible things, right? They like come for your family and stuff, dude. Like somebody dropped the N-word and said they were going to murder my family the other night when I was like, dude, just try to not be racist next round. That's all I said. And then he hit me with that. So I think these people just think they can get away with it because they can, right? Like there
should be a consequence, right? And like no consequence right now. I'm all for, like, I love the open chat. I love that you can give that little shit talk, but I think, you know, yes, it's a video game, but there is a point where, come on, like we can be adults here or kids here and still be respectful and shit talk each other and outplayed and you know, you're this and that, but like there's a limit. And I don't know why it feels like every single person in this, not every single person, 60% of the community feels like they need to, you know, step over a line to say something after you either got beat or you beat somebody, right?
I agree, dude.
I think
well said.
I think that report button on that portion of the community needs to be a little bit higher. If you're reporting them for, and I don't want it to be a cop out. I don't want it to be like, oh, well, they were saying bad words. And what if they weren't? You know, what if Coda just beat you and you're just like mad that they beat you? But do some research on it. Come on, like, let's be better as people. This is a great community. This is a great game. All the stuff I see online, it can be better than it is. And just because you don't have, you know, if there's no consequence, why would they stop? So give us a little bit of action here, Embark, and that would go a long way. Please, 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 please. That's my my workbench for the week.
I like it. I also have to say, because it's not just Embark that needs to be held accountable. Listen, I'm talking to you, my fellow PvP enjoyers. If you like PvP, you do not need to also be a horrible human being. You can enjoy PvP and enjoy playing that aspect of the game and not come in being a racist and a bigot and everything in between. Just PvP, man. I love it too. You don't have to be a terrible person. I'm tired of it, dude. That's my community. You know what I mean? Like those are the people that are in my community. Those are people I play against all the time. I need y'all to do better, dude. Can we please just cut it out with the racism?
Be a little
idiocy.
better. Be a little better.
Yeah, I'm like, let's talk back and forth. I'm down. We should talk back and forth all day. Let's do it. But like, let's keep it, in game, respectable.
And I will continue to be
God.
like, I love you. I'm so sorry about your life. You keep saying these bad words, but I know that somebody out there loves you or they don't. So
That's right. You and Toop are so good at that, dude. Toop will be getting just absolutely berated by the worst human being possible, and it'd be like, buddy, can we just try to do better?
Can we just try to be better next time?
I believe in you.
Next time you can do it. It'll be all right. It'll be fine.
That's funny. Anyway, all right. Well, we got that off. Yes, that's good.
We needed to happen.
We need to get that out.
Needed to happen. Thank you.
All right. Speaking of my PvP community, I got something for you here. The Il Toro, after entirely too long, has finally been nerfed. We love it. We love it. We love it. I think it's a good nerf here.
Do you like that? You like it?
Yeah, I do. I mean, and I was a Toro abuser. Like, you had to be. It's the only way to survive in the sweaty lobbies.
It's the only gun I use. I'm only going to use that moving forward.
Now, I don't know if I've ever seen you with a Toro in hand.
Oh wait, is that the shotgun? Yeah, I've never used that before. Sorry.
All right. Anyway, once Dave's done trolling, the Toro did receive a pretty significant nerf here. So pellet damage was reduced from 7.5 to 7. The base fire rate was reduced from 43 to 38, so it takes longer to shoot. Base dispersion, base fire rate reduced from 43 to 38. You think that's quicker? Pumps quicker or shorter?
Oh, I don't have notes in front of me. Say these words one more time, real quick.
Base fire rate reduced from 43 to 38. That feels like it would shoot quicker, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it didn't feel that way in the firing range, so
it didn't feel that way for the people that were shooting at you earlier. So
that's true. Okay, anyway, somebody on YouTube or whoever's watching live right now, like, check that out for us. Let us know. Base dispersion rate increased from 4.5 to 6, so that means that the bullet spread, like the pellet spread of the shotgun, is increased, which is good. Total reload time increased from 4.3 seconds to 5.7 seconds. Also a very nice addition. The looping reload entry increased from 0.8 to 1 second, and looping reload time increased from 0.5 to 0.7 seconds. Damage loss from fall off increased from 40 to 50%. So that means if you have a blue or a green choke, it's going to be a lot harder to hit somebody from range, which honestly, let's talk. That was probably the biggest issue with the Toro. I have no issue with a shotgun being able to two-tap you if you're a meter away from someone. That's how the gun is, that's its sweet spot. But the issue with the Toro was being able to map somebody in lobby, on third floor lobby, and from one door to the other door, be able to two-tap them from there. So that is absolutely not an issue now. Toro seems like it's in a decent spot. It feels like a green gun now. I know you haven't really played with it much, but you have.
Well,
did you play it all today with it, or?
I did not play it all today. No, I picked one up, but I didn't play with it.
He had it in the hand.
It was in the stash. But no, coming from, again, I know I bring it up all the time, but Destiny, big meta was shotguns and in the PvP, and they were overpowered for so long of, the slide shot shotgun, meta. And I do think that it needed a little bit of nerf. I felt like it was everything. Look at Peanut. That was, it's his go-to. He's like, give me a Toro and I'll get him. And I think it's nice that they at least addressed it, right? I'm okay with it coming back to being the meta in a few seasons or semesters or whatever we're calling them. But I do think that this was a good adjustment. It didn't feel like we were playing a team that was still running Toro. I think you told him about it. Which is an appropriate thing to tell people about, right? You can please, right? Exactly. But no, we needed it. The game needed it. I feel like people were getting beat on with it. Yeah, everyone can run it, but it did have I mean, I don't know. I don't think the skill gap was big enough that people were winning with it because of skill, right?
Agreed. I think now it's even more of a skill check. So if you are running it, you really need to hit good corner peaks. You need to pop out for half a second, hit your pump, pop back out, hit another one. I don't think you can two pump at any range anymore. I think that is a pretty significant nerf, like on a blue shield. So you need 3 pumps now to to fully knock a raider. But here's one more thing on top of that I think is great is that it puts the volcano into a spot where you really do start considering risk reward volcano, because the volcano is insane. It's so good. It's always been good. It was just hard to justify ever bringing it in because the Toro existed. So something that was, 1/4 of the entry cost and entry value, running the Toro was doing as much, if not more damage than the volcano. But now the volcano is in a great spot where it's like, okay, am I going into Stella looking to, take over the whole lobby and loot everything I possibly can? Like, am I going to risk bringing in this expensive to have, expensive to make, expensive to put attachments on weapon? And I think that's great. I think that's where extraction shooters shine. I think that's where Marathon got it right. I think when you look at like other games like Delta Force, Tarkov, they have that right. I think Arc Raiders was the one that's it's been a bit of a gray area. So I think it's awesome now that like I feel okay, if I got a volcano, am I going to bring this in instead of just being like, why would I ever bring in my purple volcano when the Toro exists?
Well,
My 2 cents.
no, I agree, and I think we talked about it episodes and episodes ago about why would you use a purple gun whenever the Stitcher feels just as good or the Toro feels just as good. And
Yes.
I think we do need that little bit of, I don't think that they want to be, there's too many guns in this game, mindset. But I do think that you should have that variety. If you want to have if you want to have an advantage over somebody else, bring in your higher tier weapon, right? Instead of just using the Stitcher, instead of using the Toro, bring in those big boys and risk using them and possibly losing them because you get outplayed, right? Or you die,
Dude,
or the bombardier gets you at a random. Look at Adam. I mean, it could be a pop.
Let me add on to that though, because that too, like, not only does it make you think more about bringing the volcano in, but like there was no worse feeling than actually running a volcano or a bobcat or something and just getting gunned by like level 2 Stitcher or like a Toro when you had that volcano, because then you die in that instance and you think, why did I bring those weapons in when I could have just matched that player on a Stitcher or matched that player on a Toro, right? Like,
Right.
So we're doubly increasing the like risk value there. So it's great. I think it's good.
All around good. I think it's great for the with the sandbox, the whatever the that is the term, correct? Right, for the sandbox, for the gun pool. I like it. I think it was great. They needed to do it, and it makes people play with some other stuff, and that's what we want, right? Try some new things.
Okay, so what do you think's on top now? Because Toro was, it was the secondary forever. What do you think we're going to be seeing more of? My guess is Torrente. Torrente is going to find its way into the meta a little bit more.
I feel like we've seen a lot of that today, so I don't know if that's weird. But I'm going to say Rattler 1 is going to be where people are at. They're going to go full. No more trolling. No more trolling. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Give me a real response. What do you think might fit in that pocket?
I just think in that area, like in the early gun range, Kettle seems to do a lot, and it's easy to upgrade. I think you're going to see a lot of Kettle kills instead of. Can you imagine if like 3 people were shooting you with a Kettle? You're down quick, right?
Kettle's headshot multiplier is 90, but they've just reduced the.
I know they did, but it still feels like it hits hard, right?
So Kettle or Berletta, which one of those two?
I still think. Ooh. No, I'm going to stick Kettle. I like Kettle.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Kettle.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah.
What's your thought? Where's the meta sit in the non upgraded weapons?
I think after a while, I think once everybody's comfortably back, done with their workbenches and going on expedition again. So say, a month from now, even a couple weeks from now, I think Volcano is going to be it. That will be like the sweaty secondary. But I think in the interim, I think it's going to be like a combination of people still trying to find a way to make the Toro work. I think a lot more Torrentes are coming out for sure. That's definitely my. I feel like Torrente is kind of.
We've already seen it a little bit, so yeah. What about?
I talked about it before we went in today, and then we saw it, and I was like, okay, that's definitely a thing. And then also, I think Berletta, when you're on like a budget build, like if you're on like Anvil, I'm running Anvil Berletta if I have the.
Well, do you think I know that they took away a little bit for it, but the vendor, right? Like what if you're able to get that cadence of the shot, and if you're able, luckily enough, if you're able to find the blueprint for it, what, like,
Which we both did in the same run today.
thank you so
On
much
some
for
statistical
sometimes we get
point
there.
0.001% opportunity.
Yeah. There was Coda was like, "Oh, I got the vendor blueprint. We got to get out of here." And then I went open the drawer. It was nothing. I was like, drawer, another
Right next to the
vendor
gun
blueprint.
case. It wasn't even in the
It
gun
wasn't
case.
even in the gun case. Another. I was like, "Oh, we should probably go. Yeah, let's get out of here." You know, both got it. But how
I
do
think
you?
Vent's still. I think it's okay, but I don't think its opportunity cost is good anymore. I think the Vent's really difficult for them to balance. I think it's either the best PvP weapon or it's kind of irrelevant.
Well, let's just say, like, or what if we have a friend? Let's just say his name's Cletus Mobitus, making up a random name. And let's say he has a
Cool
full inventory of Venators, and he may have put them on a mule and he brought them back over. Do you think that that's still very relevant, or
I think if you have them, yeah, for sure, bring them in, use them. I just think as a player, I would be frustrated. I think the Berletta is gonna up close get you, and I think like a Renegade or Tempest or something at range is. It doesn't really have its place in the meta right now.
Okay,
Venator.
I think you and I not on stream, but talked about Berletta being, hey, this would be a good gun to jump in with. So we'll test it out. We'll see how it goes. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll be back with more information. I promise.
All right. Anyway, back to the patch notes. Here we go. Fix an issue that would cause persistent audio from destroyed comets and fireballs. I don't know if you ran into that, but that sounds like a nightmare. Just getting comet or fireball audio the whole time for the rest of the day.
I mean, poor Adam, right?
Yeah, that's an Adam issue right there for sure. Thank God they fixed that. Fix an issue where players could get pushed through the wall and stuck on the dam-controlled access zone. I did not encounter this. Did you, young DJ Oros?
No, I didn't. I know I've fallen down and died on Bluegate and fell through the wall on Bluegate. But no, not there. Not on Dam. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, fixed missing collision issues near the east elevator and under pipes on Spaceport. That's good. And then here's another big significant one. So I would say the Toro and then this are the big things to take away from this patch. Reduced energy clips sale price from 1,000 to 200 coins. So you can no longer farm energy clips from the harvester and sell them in order to up your cash value. So the dev note was energy clips have unintentionally become a very profitable craft. So we are reducing the sell price to make the value profitability in line with other crafts. Makes sense, but also like that was kind of low key pretty fun to be like, wow,
right.
Energy clip, free 5K.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I guess I get it, but I do like finding those small things in games where it is like, okay, if you go and grind this or do this, yeah, it's worthwhile for you, even if it's not intentional. Like, because otherwise, like, what is worthwhile for you to go and do some? Because it's not like they pop up, willy nilly. You still have to go in. You still have to do the harvester. You still have to do all the stuff for it. I don't know. It's just, I get it. They're trying to balance. They're trying to balance the game. Keep doing that.
I think you're onto something there. I love little like Easter egg-ish sort of things like that, right? Like there's the one thing in the game that like if you're able to do the harvester, you get like mad credit for it. It's not always up. It's not the easiest thing to do. I did like that. I thought it was cool. I thought for the people that were like looking end of season, like, hey man, I need a quick like 20K. Get in there. Try your luck on a green augment, pull out as many energy clips as you can, and on to the next expedition.
No, I mean it is what it is, but I'm with you. I like those little, if you can figure it out, if it's great because I know there's a lot of content creators out there that do that kind of stuff that say, hey, you know what, go do this if you need to get this done. And yeah, I think
that would be classic Wilhelm. That's how he would fit into Arc, right? He would have done a video on the energy clip.
Look at you leading into exactly what I'm saying. So I think Arc Raiders could use that, and I think it's good for the the community all around, the YouTubers, the TikToks, the TikTokers, everything. We want that kind of stuff. Yeah, it shouldn't dominate the world the entire time, but it could have lived a little bit longer than Expedition 3.
Agreed. Well said. All right, well, that's it for patch notes. What do you want to do? Is it time? Is it time for everybody's favorite segment?
Are you ready?
Or do you want to? I'm ready if you are.
Ooh,
let's
a little separation here, yeah. Oh my goodness, all my questions are gone.
They're gone. They're gone from us.
Yeah, hard.
While he looks for his questions, we are going to do our favorite segment. This is called Pop Hits. It's a segment in which we put an arbitrary amount of time on the clock, and an arbitrary amount of points will be awarded if the answers are concise, the answers are funny, the answers are good, the answers are thoughtful. These are all rapid fire questions, and the quicker you answer them, the more points you will be awarded, unless you really need to explain your answer. Sometimes it's justified, but
based off of your breakdown, nobody's had any points so far. We all have 0. Oh my goodness, we're doing really bad.
All right, let's get after it, baby.
All right, so today I am going to ask you 10 questions.
I'm ready.
I have exactly 10. We're gonna set the timer, which I think is downstairs in the kitchen. So I'll get that in a minute, and then the score is at 0. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna go on 1. Yeah,
ready.
All right, 3,
let's do it, baby.
2, 1. If you had to bring one of your 2 cats into a fight in Arc Raiders, which cat would you bring?
Cooper.
Cooper? You think Cooper would help win the fight?
Yeah, is dead way too soon. She's she's just like too happy and it's Cooper's coming in. Okay. He's a rat. Cooper would be a rat, dude. He'd be in the rafters, but like he would survive.
All right, we need
get out of there with the goop.
He'd be the trio. Let's go. All right. Second question. What would your ideal patch note be for next week? Like anything you want. Like if you're like, oh my God, that's the best patch note ever. What would it be?
I do want that mid-range Venator back. I'm thinking of it because we just talked about it. That's my. I wish the fire rate wasn't so janky on the Venator.
They're like,
even if there's like a damage reduction, but like the fire rate goes back to how it was before this patch. So damage reduction, small damage reduction, fire rate back to normal. That's my patch.
Okay. Question 3. Do you want more weapons in Arc Raiders? Do you want a more variety of weapons at the moment?
I haven't even thought about that, so I think that means no.
Okay. All right.
I think that the weapon pool is healthy right now.
I like that. Do you think Marathon would benefit if there was also a Battle Royale mode?
Absolutely. I would play.
You play then?
Absolute hell out of that gameplay mechanic, like the way that game feels under your hands in a BR environment. Okay. 100%, 200%. I probably wouldn't have touched Arc. That's a great point.
Okay, so question DA. D1? DA. D1. DA1. Do you think Arc Raiders would benefit with a Battle Royale mode?
No, Arc is
it is the way it is. You love it.
Marathon is pretty perfect too, but like just that FPS vibe of Marathon. Yeah.
Okay. How about next question? What was your favorite cartoon when you were growing up?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars? Explain. What is this? What is
it? It was like I'm dating myself, dude.
Please,
it had to be like late 90s, early 2000s. It was like Transformers, like budget Transformers. So instead of being like cars turning into like robots, it was like Cheetah, like Cheetor was my favorite little buddy.
Okay.
He was a cheetah that then turned into a robot. Optimus Prime was a gorilla.
Okay.
It was great. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to look this up and I'll watch it tonight. All right. So next question. What is more important for your teammate to have? So basically, what are you more disappointed in? Like what makes you more disappointed if your teammate does not have adrenaline shots or defibs?
Defibs
because it's
gotta have
overall benefit. But is it not super annoying that your teammate's like 200 meters behind you when they don't have adrenaline shots because you're 200 meters in front of them?
I see what you're doing here, but no. If
your
teammate does not have adrenaline shots, you can adjust your own play style. There's nothing worse than knowing that you could have been defibbed in a moment and your teammate just like decided not to put defibs on.
As long as you know what I was doing there. Next question. What is the worst map condition?
I think the one that just like feels like a constant pain is Hurricane. It's just a lot all the time. I don't know if it's the terrible map condition, but it's just like
I didn't say terrible.
Grating to be up there. Good job on the dev team because it feels like you're in a hurricane. It's grating to be topside.
Well,
hurricane.
We also we had a nerf on like the blueprints on there, right? It felt like it probably was worth it while blueprints were dropping like
agreed.
everywhere, and then this happened. All right, how about next? What is your favorite scary movie?
Oh,
like spooky, scary, horror, and all of them.
Can I go classic?
Yeah, sure, whatever you want.
I'm a terrible movie watcher, but I watch movies, but I'm a terrible like rewatcher. I would say horror thriller movies. I'm going The Shining is the one that like I've consistently watched and consistently appreciated time and time again. Yeah, I'll go Shining.
Real quick, I know this is a break. Don't adjust his thing. I watched that in my adulthood, and I was like, this seems overrated. Okay, next question.
I think I got to it not knowing like rating value or
the
like
hype was so up there.
Yeah.
All right. So, based off that, do you think you would have a good Wilhelm scream? So Wilhelm scream is like the like the the jump scare like in any horror / scary movie when they that is the definition of a Wilhelm scream is when they go wild.
So are you asking do you
think you have a good one?
Authentic one would be good, or if like I could act one out?
I would like to know your authentic one. If it would,
I think my authentic one is probably pretty good. I don't think I would be good at faking
it acting. Okay. All right, deal. That was just an H1, like an HI, like it's not a real question. All right, next question.
Okay.
Do you think lightning should give you more time before it strikes in Arc Raiders?
Yeah, especially with a trial. We'll get to that.
Thank you. I agree.
Just a little bit longer for me to get underneath you, buddy.
All right. What do you think would be a funny trial for Special Adam in Arc Raiders?
Extract successfully without taking pop damage.
Well, that's never gonna do it. It's never gonna do it. Never gonna happen. All right. And last question is, why do you think the birds are still working for the Ark?
The birds are working for the Ark. They're just not Ark. I think that they signal to the Ark, and the Ark have allowed them to. We've done this 3 times, dude.
I'm going to do it every single time. So I'm just
That's
curious.
Still my answer. The birds are working for the Ark, but they are not Ark.
Lots of bird seed.
Allowed them to live.
Lots of bird seed.
They are tons of bird seed. Yeah.
All right. I like it. You scored. Well, I don't know. Adam's in the movie theater right now. I'm going to let him give you the score. I'll message him. You did a great. You did a great job. TBD. I'm going to put it in chat right now.
Those are good questions.
I tried to get a few good questions, but if you want to move along while I ask Special Adam what you're currently at. So
I do. We brought it up in the pop hits there, but let's just hop right into trials chat. I think this is the meat of what we wanted to talk about today. Trials have been fun for both of us. I think trials have been fun for our whole friend group recently. I want to know, whenever you're ready and back with us on the pod, I don't know if we're searching for something to like give like good meaning or like have good intention each run with, or if the game itself, like if they've actually gotten better with the trial system. But I do think that I've enjoyed what they have as the offerings for the trials for the last 3 weeks in terms of like what you're doing. Like throwing snowballs at Rocketeers, I was not down for that. But like recently, it's been really nice. It's been like Hornet damage or do damage to Arc in a specific, like the one last week was damage flying Arc in the swamp area of Dam, which I thought was great because it brought like a ton of people down there. It put you on the edge of your seat because you were trying to damage Arc, but you also knew that other teams were there doing so. So inevitably, you had to win like 2 or 3 PvP fights to win that part of the map, and then also extract. I don't know, man. I've been really enjoying trials. I know you have as well. We've been talking about it. But yeah, where do you stand on it? What do you think? I'll give a little 101 after, but like let's pick you first.
Yeah, no. So where I sit with trial, I don't know if it's I wasn't, in games, and I think I've mentioned this earlier. I'm not. Like, it takes me a bit to learn and get into games, right? And trials was something that seemed not important to the core of the game, right? So we started playing Arc Raiders. I think that's
still a valid statement.
And we were like, hey, we need to do all this stuff to get ready for the expedition. You need to get your money. You need to do this. And trials just felt like a I don't know, like almost a side quest. It felt less important to me, at least in the first semester, because that's what we're calling them still. Don't forget, was doing the main quest line in the game, right? So I never ever ever even thought about doing the trials. So I was like, that's fine. It's not important to me. How many point? Okay, okay, just double checking to see if he got back to me.
No point value yet.
No point value yet, but I had no interest in doing the trials at all, right out the gate. And this season, when they brought it to our attention, they were like, "Hey, we want this to be more of a focus. We are going to give a reward that is worth going for." I mean, at least in Special Adam's case, because he would like to look like a race car driver. But you know what? I also want to have that just in case there's a reason for me to put that outfit on, right? Cosmetics for me are big in the game. I will say it forever in my life. One of my favorite grinds in Destiny 2 was there was a raid that nobody played, but in the first encounter, there was like a 0.5% drop rate of getting an emote. And we went in 3 times a week, did that first encounter 3 times a week because you only got to do it on one of each characters. And after that, it didn't count for the drop. That you got to be sitting in a chalice, like you had a chalice in your hand and you were sitting in a chair, and everybody wanted that, right? So I do think like emotes and cosmetics in games are reasons for us to go back and play certain activities. And I do think trials right now feels important. I feel like it is something that I want to do. I've never until this point, until this past month, right, wanted to play trials. I don't even think I looked at them. We were with the Majots, right? And we were there. At least Aaron was like, "Hey, let's go do these trials while we're in a night raid." I was like, "I don't care. I don't want to do it. I don't care to do it." But
Yeah,
now
I remember that.
it feels relevant, and I want to. It's something that finally feels like they're pulling it to the reason to do it, and that's something we need in our creators. There needs to be something to continue to go on to do more with. And I think they did a great job of being like, "Hey, this season we're doing this. Come in, play this, get these things done." I like the leaderboard system. I like that you can move up and down within leaderboards. I think that it probably needs an adjustment. I think that they could do a different style with it. I don't know if that's like sustainable with how it is,
What
but
kind of style are you thinking?
I just
Like, what about the current system? It doesn't feel fully fleshed out for you.
I just think once you get to a certain point, once you get to a certain level and you're playing against these people who are trying so hard to get these points, is it going to feel like you have a chance of getting it, right? Like if they're just trials grinders, I think they could, I think they could set their own standard being like, "Hey, you know what? We've tried it. You can absolutely obtain this amount. Once you hit this, you're in the clear of this leaderboard on your personal level, that not against other people." Sure, they can still have that, but I don't think it should rely on you moving up
Yeah.
or you getting the reward because of it, right?
That's
So
fair. I feel like you're the person though that's always saying that like exclusivity is a good thing and like being able to grind something out and
true.
really say that like you put the time and effort into that is worth it. So it's kind of set up like that right now, right? Like to be Cantina Legend, top 1,000 in the game, like you should get rewards that nobody else can touch. But I'm with you. I was
Mm.
just playing devil's advocate. I'm definitely more on your team where like maybe if you hit a certain point threshold, guaranteed to go up at least a level, no matter what other people in your bracket are doing that week. Once you hit a certain, so let's say like from Hot Shot 1 on or something, like if you clear threshold, you will go up until like all the way to Cantina Legend. Cantina Legend would be the like the true show of like the grinder.
Right. And you know what? And I agree. I don't, I would love exclusivity. I would love that, but I don't know if I necessarily want that based off of what other players have done. I would like that based off of like what the game says, "Hey, this is very difficult to do. If you can achieve this, then yes, you get that reward." I don't,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
can
Well,
you think about it?
so you and I have two different brain set like outlooks on that because like I have PvP mindset where like busting in its top 750 in Apex is Apex Predator, and
Right.
that's only against other players. Where I think you think more like a set point value by a development team is like
Right.
be all end all goal.
Yeah.
So that's just like that's the intersection of two different.
That's why this works, huh? That's why
Yeah,
this
true, true,
works. I
true.
love it.
But yeah, I'm with you, man. I do think that they could find a happy medium there, especially if, like, let's be honest, if we are going to cater in our creators a bit more to the PvE community, or if that's where they see the future of the game being and the people that really stick with the game, that would be the way to do it. 100%.
No, agreed.
Should we? Let me just give a quick 101, like for people who might just be finding our pod and listening in. If you want to get into trials, super simple. There's a little tab under your Raider Codex. So you go to your Raider, you go down to the bottom. It'll say trials in the little. There's like 4 or 5 different icons at the bottom. Click the trials one. It will pop up with like, what is it, Dave? 5 per week. It's 5 separate sections.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so 5 different trials. In what you can get anywhere from 0 stars to 3 stars. So 0 stars essentially means that you didn't even hit the threshold for 1 star for the activity, or you can get 3 stars, which means that you hit that point threshold and got past that point threshold. For this, I think this is also underrated. We didn't talk about it, but the rewards sometimes are nuts. Like the other day, I got a 3-star on it, and I got 2 BPs and I don't know, like a Toro one or something. When the Toro, before the Toro opened, so I was like, okay, it's at least
great.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad. No. You're right. Absolutely.
I'm like, okay, it's mechanical components and simple gun parts, but yeah. So anyways, you go in there. Based on that, if you get like 3 stars across all 5 of those categories, if you are in the lower tiers of the ranking system, you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself to go up at bare minimum 1 level, if not 2, if not 3. So really what you're trying to do week in and week out through the course of the season, or through the course of the semester, whatever you want to call it, is just like improve your rank 1 or 2 places a week, or like say it's a busy work week, whatever. You want to just like get in there and do just enough to maintain not getting demoted, so that you could just stay in the same ranking system. But anyway, it's just a really fun way to be like, as a PvP player, like sometimes I want like some auxiliary function for like going in. So it gives me like, okay, I'm going into damage hornets with the intention of getting that done, but then I love how like the game plays out around that. Like you're going to a certain area, you're going to dam, so your PvP engagements end up coming to you, and you get those, and then you can still do the trials. So yeah, that's the trial system anyway.
Now, I mean, and not to just jump into trials, but I know that's going to be on the thumbnail. So we're talking trials, right?
We are.
I would love, and this sounds dumb coming from me, but I would love if there were separate trials. I would love if there were PvP, like, I don't know, trials involved in a separate category, right?
Let's go. I agree, dude. I've been saying this since day one.
I think it'd be fun if you had you can go in and do your PvE trials, or you can go do the PvP trials and have 2 separate new and interesting ways to play the game. Shout out to Rare and Sea of Thieves. To I don't know, hit all of the community. The game's doing so well, right? The Arc Raiders isn't in a bad spot right now, I don't think, unless something changed over the past like 2 weeks.
Oh, it's great.
But the people like it.
Base is still between 200 and 300K a day,
and we're at least 2 of them, so that's pretty good. And I think it'd just be nice to give that opportunity to the PvP players. Sometimes I do want to go in and be PvP effort, and it'd be nice to be rewarded for doing some PvP stuff, right? Give us that. Hey, you down 2 raiders in this gives us your score. You did this amount of damage to a person, whatever. Like, I don't know. Give another reason to get into the game. They could. I'm armchair developer saying they could easily do it, right? It's got to be a way.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get the backlash from the community online though, that says like, don't incentivize people PvPing in my friendly lobbies. I don't agree with it. I right? Sure. That's your own opinion, but everybody's entitled to their play style, and I get it. Like, some people do want to come home from work and go play looting
Sea of Thieves. Go play Sea of Thieves. Go play Sea of Thieves then. The games are out there. But they made this game.
And like how many different types of people get into this game. That's what makes it so universally cool.
Just steer a boat and you'll be fine. Do it on the friendly lobbies. You'll be okay. You can go loot. You can go dig up treasure. You can do whatever you want. But in this game,
I think those people have too big of a voice, because Embark is so afraid to put in any PvP quest element. Like they removed the one that they had, which was like the daily challenge for like dealing damage to raiders with medium ammo or any whatever ammo type it was that day. But I think they're really trying not to walk on those eggshells, dude. But unfortunately, that means that some of the people online have the loudest voices are the, the Care Bear dads that are just so offended if you ever shoot your gun at them, which I think is laughable. Like, hey, dude, you're playing an extraction shooter.
Well, but my like opposition to that is I'm not the PvP guy, right? Like yes, there's times I want to go in and shoot people, but I do think that you could have both worlds. There's a way to do both worlds in this game, right? And if you're trying, we've talked about it, right? If you're trying to get those trials done and trying to do it in a PvE world, give yourself a friendly map condition. And that's where you do it on that one. Or if you made the trials, make it a, hey, this is a PvP map condition. It's a little sweatier. We put rain. I don't know. Put something there. It's a map condition that is like focused around PvP. And that's where you go do that. Those trials are done there. You'd be fine. There's a way to still separate the worlds, right? If I'm just going in and I want to go on damn battlegrounds with no map condition, then I can still go in. I don't think that they should neglect the whole PvP world because a lot of PvE players are like, oh, I don't want to get shot at. Well, yeah, no, it's fine. I don't either most of the time, but I think
and you can say that because you are in that.
I'm the PvE guy. That is my thing.
I can't.
No one's going to believe you at all. Like, they're going to be like, oh, okay, sure, so it's the PvP guy. But I'm telling you that there's a way to make it work and for the game to grow and be better and I want this to be around for 10 years. I want my carpal tunnel to be way worse while we're playing this game in 10 years, right? Like that is what I want to see. And I think that's another way to make it new and
we follow our fitness plan.
No, carpal tunnel's still there. But new and interesting ways to play the game. And I think that's big. I think they should look at it. Embark, you've been listening so closely to what we say. Just do one more time for us, please.
Now, I mean, we could go on for ages about that, dude, because like, do we start dividing the community up? Even if it's just a map condition, that's going to start giving people the itch for like having that PvE environment or having that PvP only environment, whatever it may be. Do we do that? I think they're gonna not do that until they absolutely have to, until they start seeing player retention numbers going down, and they're like
March 17th, 2027.
I think right now it's 1 year from today.
From today, yep.
All right, mark it down. It's going on the internet.
It exists forever. Yep.
But I do think, dude, that those conversations internally have obviously been had. Like, there's no way they haven't talked about a PvP or a PvE event. I think they're just in the back pocket when they need them. I think they're trying to drip feed stuff as slowly as possible to keep the game alive and fresh and as good as it is for as long as it is. But once they start seeing the numbers that seem like the player base feels like the game is stale, that's when they'll start pulling the trigger on some more controversial things like a PvE only mode or a PvP only mode.
No, I agree.
Not 2 cents.
I know, I'm with you, and realistically that makes a lot of sense. But selfishly, I think it should happen sooner. That's all.
I do too. All that said, like, add it tomorrow, dude.
I
would play both, dude. I would love the PvE mode.
Yeah.
Me sometimes when we get in a friendly lobby, I lose my mind. I love that.
You'll be singing and you'll be singing.
I'm singing
people.
to people, dancing everywhere, playing the piano as long as I can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dude, we're literally the worst. Like, we didn't even touch marathon. We're already an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
But I say we leave it. We got to do a marathon only episode. I think that's how we got to handle this.
Or we just plan next week. Like we had TieGuy next week. The week after, maybe we sinister down. We talk some marathon with him. He's been playing. He played it a little bit.
We could do that, or we could do a 0.5 episode. It's been a minute since we did a 0.5.
All right, I'll see you on Sunday. I'm off Sunday next week. We're doing a 0.5 episode.
You heard it here, folks.
We're doing perfect. We'll do a marathon episode on that Sunday, whatever day that is.
I'm going to Niagara Falls this weekend, so as long as I'm home.
It's a following weekend.
Oh, not this weekend.
Not this coming, the following. Yes. So we'll do a big old marathon, and then we'll keep talking marathon because I do also love marathon. I've been enjoying it a whole lot. It brings me back to my Destiny/Halo. It's very difficult because I'm trying to use a keyboard mouse, but otherwise it's great.
It is. I think just the same way that community has said since the beginning of that game, it's going to happen to us too. The second we actually start grinding it, we're going to be we're going to get hooked. Dude.
Everybody who's been like,
locked
"Oh,
in
you do
there.
this," it is
The
just
more you play, the better it gets. I've been watching a ton of it, dude. I have been watching like Albert Laley is former Apex pro. He's a destroyer man. And he's just absolutely nuts at the game. I've been watching him and ACU and Shroud play. It's just dude, it's great. Once you get like a good inventory and you have like a good set of weapons and chips and mods and everything, that's when the game really unlocks.
Well, I think it's the same, right? Like for me at least in Arc Raiders, it was to a point where I was like, "Oh, I get it." And I
remember
think
your day of being like, "Oh, dude."
I think that's just a little bit further in Marathon because I think it is a little bit more complex, right? It's a little bit more complex, and that's fine. I love that. I'm all for it, but I think it takes a few more seconds for you to be like, okay, now I understand how this is working. Even as we've been playing, you and I'm like, oh, okay, I get this. This is where my menu, like to do this, and oh, let me put these augments on, and so we'll get there. I again, where I'm sitting, I love it. I love both games.
It's a great problem to have that we're trying to figure out how to divide our time.
Awesome problem. Yeah,
a bunch of games that we love right now. It's crazy.
For the
Good
past
time to be a gamer, man.
For the past 2 years, I'm like, man, I don't really know what to Final Shape came out and that was great for Destiny, and then after that, it was like, well, I guess we try this Warzone and.
We were buying every game under the sun for a second.
Helldivers seems fun.
Damn, we just burnt that $40. There goes that $40.
Yeah. Well, next time we'll do better. But we were playing Phasmophobia,
these
man.
are glory days right now, man. We'll talk about this on your allotted date of next year, March.
March 17th, 2027. Yeah, you better believe it. And then something I want to talk about really quick. We haven't talked about it yet. No. Quick. Oh, F1 racing. That's what I want to talk about.
Pick up.
Okay. So Arc Raiders won another award, which will be in the thumbnail. It's from is a DICE award. And DICE stands for Design, Innovate, Communicate, and Entertain. And they have a summit every year. I know our good friend Lord Cognito was there. It's a very professional conference. It's in Las Vegas. At least it was in Las Vegas this past year. And Arc Raiders won for best online game. And I think it's huge that they won that.
Well deserved.
Well, very well deserved. But it's just more recognition for the game, for the brand, for everything. And I'm happy that they had it happen. They deserve their flowers, right? They keep doing it. They keep making moves, and I think they just keep getting more and more people. Although I will say I've seen Peanut streaming a lot of different games lately. I don't know has he got some attitude?
Shout out Peanut, dude. It's been going off lately. Everything he's been playing is great, dude. The aisle's hilarious. You just run around as dinos.
The dinosaurs, I know he's freaking out.
He's playing Apex again. Low key, Peanut is like solidly talented at Apex Legends. He is good at Apex. I think he was pred one season. But that man can shoot, dude. He's been moving around. He's playing Octane on the Steams.
I've seen him as a dinosaur.
Bar is great. They've been playing Liar's Bar. We got to do that as a friend group. Now that you're on PC, we can actually play all these.
We can play some dinosaur games,
Yeah, do whatever.
But
shout out Peanut, bro. That man is just a content farm.
Well, he'll be on the show. We'll have to lock down the
March
date.
March 17th, 2007.
2007. Well, 2007. He's already been here, boys. He's already been here. We'll get him on the show. He seems like my kind of people. Tuesdays are really good days to drink. It's one of the best 7 days to drink. But yeah, shout out to Arc Raiders winning some more awards over with DICE. And then luckily enough, we had Lord Cognito, like I said, was there. He got to see the conference with Embark. So it was super cool. So good job for them. Thank you. And congrats.
Yeah, true. Second that.
I have a workbench for this week before we leave, and then we'll talk about next week, and then you can say bye.
All right, well,
right?
This is workbench 2.0 because you already hit one earlier in the epi.
Well, but we're gonna talk about this real quick. Embark, please. Arc Raiders, pretty please. I beg you. that if I'm in a fire team, if I'm in a group, if I'm in a team, if I have more people than just myself in a lobby together and we're in the main screen, we're going to go figure out where we're going to go, right? And I am not the person in charge. If I'm not the leader, can I please fucking look at the goddamn map? Because
that's where the first F-bomb on the TikPod and Arc Raiders podcast comes.
Because whenever earlier today it happened and I'm playing with my good buddy and he was like, where do you want to go? And I was like, I don't fucking know where I want to go because I can't see the map, to a point where I left the lobby to go look at the map and be like, oh yeah, we can go here. And I jump back into the lobby because we couldn't figure out what's a 2 times on a map condition. Please just let me look at the map. Please fucking let me look at the map. Pretty fucking please. I just want to look at the map. I just want to look at the map while I'm the pleb in the background. Don't let me click on anything. Just let me look at the fucking map. Thank you.
Just, let him look. I agree. I second it. The man literally had to leave the party earlier to go look on his own, and he was fuming. He was fuming. It makes no sense. Just let them see, even if they can't click.
I won't click anything. I promise. Like just let me look at it. That's all. That's all. That's all I got. And then next week, as long as everything's still good, there's no surprise things or anything like that. We have it scheduled. It's definitely penciled into our calendar, maybe into his calendar. The Summit Ice man himself. He's an IGN reviewer. He likes Arc Raiders. He gave it a pretty good review for his normal reviews. His name's TieGuyTravis. He's a good friend of mine. He's a great guy. Oh, he's pretty okay, I guess. But he should be here with us next week as long as everything goes to plan. If not, we will reschedule. But I think we're set. So I will yell at him in the next probably hour here, and we'll go from there.
I love it. Excited to have Ty on whenever we do get him.
We will.
Hopefully, you'll play some Arc Raiders with us here soon.
That might be tonight. That might be tonight. That might be the play.
Sign me up. I gotta go clear 2 inches of snow off my car. BRB.
Don't we all?
All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us once again. We are the TikPod and Arc Raiders podcast. You can find us on all socials at the TikPod. My name is Coda. Below me, my good friend, my best buddy, the DJ Oros. DJ Oros. We love you. We'll catch you next week. We might catch you for a 0.5 episode in 10 days. Either way, we'll see you soon. We love you. Thanks for hanging out.
We love you. Bye.